It wasn't such a conscious process in terms of this is the impact I want to make. It's been very organic in my work. So I've been thinking, who are the key stakeholders I need to work with if I really want to make a difference to children's lives or children's use of technologies? So I've been thinking, okay, this is my stakeholder analysis, if you like, who is in the influencer map. It will be teachers, it will be librarians, parents, caregivers. And then thinking about different strategies, how you can work with these people in a meaningful way, enter into a conversation with them. With children's apps, you can be thinking about setting up websites, as we did, with some recommendations and tips for parents. Yes. They can crowdsource their own recommendations about children's apps. With librarians, it's making sure they know why children's technologies are important for reading and story making. For teachers, you really need to empower them and make sure that they can be co-judging the best apps with us. So that's how the award came about, the Digital Book Award that we have with teachers. So different strategies with different stakeholders, and then it somehow grew up together. It was a very organic process in that sense. So it wasn't that difficult in terms of the actual application. It was more like assembling these different bits together and thinking about the overall story here. Researchers need to think about why impact is important. You can be thinking about these quick metrics in terms of increasing your own visibility, increasing your own citation rate. That's one way of looking at it, a bit of a quick tick-off exercise, or thinking about alt metrics and all these things. But if you think about impact as a bigger agenda, then it's, or at least to me, it's about these moral reasons why it's important to be part of the conversation. That is not something that can happen overnight. That needs to be really embedded in everything you do. And as I say, there's no clear pathway you can just follow, or not one strategy. This is my story. People have different ways of doing this. And it really depends on your discipline, on your own research niche, if you like. And society is changing so rapidly as well, so we really need to be in dialogue with people we research with. Otherwise we'll be producing work that is not meaningful, that can't be applied to practice. I'm all up for this blue sky thinking research. That's also very important. And innovation and all that, but at the same time it does need to come from the community. What are their issues, what are their problems and things that they need researchers to engage with. As researchers, we really have to grow thick skin in terms of, constantly getting peer review feedback and making sure that the work we do is the best it can be. It's not always an easy task. So to get an award really means a lot as an individual, as much as it is about collaboration and it is about working with the community. But having that recognition for the work you do, often on a voluntary basis, often in the small hours in the evening or on the weekends, especially when it comes to non-academic dissemination, like writing blogs or being active on social media. Nowadays it's also about writing books and book chapters. Or reviewing the articles. This is all on top of everything else we do. And trying to fit that in, having someone to come and say, look, you do a good job is really important. It really matters.